I'm Roger Gregg with Crazy Dog Audio Theatre Company, based in Dublin, Ireland. We produce radio comedies and radio dramas, both live and in studio, and we've been asked to demonstrate some of the gadgets that we use in making some of our shows. This little thing is called a Schlitztrommel by the Germans. Don't ask me what we call it in English. I don't even know. They come in various sizes and various pitches. This is tuned, I believe, to C in a simple Pedda Tonic thing, and it's played like a marimba. So the beauty of it is that it's all pitched. It's a simple instrument. It's actually made for kids to play. So it's all in a key, and if you play your guitars in the same key as this, well then it's impossible to hit a wrong note with the thing. So that means like any cast member that happens to be part of your production can pick it up and without too much rehearsal start playing it. And it can be added to a nice kind of element to a show. We did a thing once that was kind of set at in a tropical paradise, and this just kind of came in and it gave it this kind of South Sea vibe, you know. Fun to play and easy to play, and it's a little boost for a live show with a live audience. This is a body of a cello that was found in a garbage heap, skip we call them here in Europe, and it was in like, I don't even want to count them, 14 or more pieces, and I rescued it and glued it all back together with super glue to reconstruct the body of the cello. There was no neck to the thing, and then I took bits of an old Telecaster copy guitar and strung it on to produce this thing, and we used it in one show when the wiper blades come on during an astro storm, and our heroes are flying along in their spaceship, and the windshield is getting pummeled by these giant kind of hailstones in outer space. They decide to put on the wiper blades, and at that point our sound effects person got up and started going that's a pretty bad job of it there. He did a much better job than I, of using a slide, like from a lap steel guitar, to create the kind of wacky sound of the wiper blades going back and forth and speeding them up, and you know, to great comedic effect, because once the sound effects person started doing this after the big thing about turning on the wiper blades, it produced a big laugh. And that's part of the charm and part of the technique of live radio comedy, or these kind of oldie time recreations, is trying to produce the sound effects acoustically with gadgets and devices, because when the audience see these things making these sounds, it adds to the comedy and to the entertainment of the whole evening. Now this thing we've also used on occasion as for like a hammer Zimmer kind of effect, which is great kind of musically to set the pace underneath like a suspense chase scene, and your percussionist or your sound effects person can just speed it up so that the chase gets faster and faster and the intensity builds and stuff. But it's not even in I won't even kid you, and I'm sure your ears are telling you right now, it's not even tuned, and it's impossible to tune. So in a way it's impossible to play incorrectly, as far as tuning goes anyway, and it's just a matter of the technique and the intensity to fit it in with the action and the drama or the comedy, as the case might be. It can also be bowed, which can produce like a poor man's kind of psycho shower scene. So if you do a kind of Wagnerian thing where you have a leitmotif of the monster or something like that, this could be the sound of it. And again, it's not in tune, and it's about the intensity of the pulse, the rate of the pulse, and so on, which amplifies, like a music score, the comedic drama. This thing is called a ocean drum. It's a big drum we would call similar to a bellron type of shape, flat drum, and you can see in here there's like about 500 metal ball bearings, and by rolling it, with a practice technique and a steady thing, you can get the sound of the surf and the sound of the sea and stuff. And by jumping up, by shaking it violently, you get a kind of almost like a splash sound. And again, it's part of the spectacle of live radio theater to see a sound effects person using a spring drum like this. The thing you have to watch out for is that once you touch it, it starts making noise. So it has to be picked up very carefully so that it's not making noises when you don't want it to. And also, by the same token, put down carefully so that it's not making noise when you don't want it to. I'm Roger Gregg with CrazyDogAudioTheater.com.